and I'm the regulatory law judge assigned to this matter. It is August 13, 2020, and the time is 5:55 p.m., so we're running a little ahead of schedule. We are underway in the public comment portion of a virtual public hearing in file number WM-2020-0282, which concerns Confluence Rivers Utility Operating Company's application to the Missouri Public Service Commission. The Outreach Department just completed a question and answer session, and that session was not attended or observed by the commissioners. The case concerns a variety of utility services in multiple counties. Confluence Rivers has applied to acquire water and sewer utility assets of Branson Cedars Resort Utility Company, Fawn Lake Water Corporation, Prairie Heights Water Company, Freeman Hills Subdivision Association, as well as sewer assets in the DeGuire subdivision in Madison County. Confluence Rivers also seeks to acquire as needed water and sewer certificates of convenience and necessity associated with those assets. Finally, the application includes a request to expand Confluence Rivers certificate for sewer service in the Villa Ridge subdivision in Franklin County. This public hearing is being conducted by phone and video conference. Some participants are connected by phone, others are connected via internet. This is a formal proceeding which is being transcribed by a court reporter. I will be monitoring the quality of the audio to help the court reporter preserve the hearing for the record. If any of the lines connected to the conference today are too noisy, I'll need to mute those lines. I appreciate your patience today as we adapt to this new kind of public forum. So I'd like to introduce the commissioner. I'd like to introduce the commission. The Missouri Public Service Commission regulates the rates charged by investor-owned utility companies in Missouri to ensure that those rates are just and reasonable. The commission also regulates the quality of service and the safety of operations of investor-owned utilities. There are 5 members of the commission, and with me today are the chairman, Ryan Silvey, and Commissioner William Kenny. So I'd like to give the commissioners an opportunity to make opening remarks if they'd like to do that. Mr. Chairman, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate the opportunity to attend the virtual hearing. I don't really have any opening remarks, so I look forward to the testimony. Thank you.
Thanks so much. And Commissioner Kenny, did you have anything you wanted to say tonight, sir?
No, I do not have any opening remarks, but I do appreciate your professionalism, Judge Jacobs. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. All right, so please know that the comments that are received today are made to the full commission. The court reporter is transcribing this hearing so that all of the commissioners can review and read the comments that are made. So next, I'm going to ask the counsel for the parties to enter their appearances for the record. So you can state your name for the court reporter and then spell your name if it's the kind of name people usually don't spell correctly. For Confluence Rivers.
Thank you, Judge. Dean Cooper from the law firm of Bryden, Swearingen and England, PC, P.O. Box 456, Jefferson City, Missouri 65102, appearing on behalf of Confluence Rivers Utility Operating Company, Inc.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cooper. And for the commission staff.
Thank you, Judge. Mark Johnson, appearing on behalf of the staff of the Missouri Public Service Commission. My business address is 200 Madison Street, Jefferson City, Missouri 65102, P.O. Box 360.
Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. And now Mr. Kleiser for the Office of Public Counsel. I gave you a preview.
Thank you, Your Honor. John Kleiser for the Missouri Office of Public Counsel. Last name C-L-I-Z-E-R. My business address is the same as the Public Service Commission staff.
Okay, and I think that we're going to have to make sure that you speak up tonight, Mr. Kleiser, so we don't lose you, okay?
I apologize. Does it sound better now?
That's better. I think you're just going to have to try to speak up tonight.
No problem.
Okay. All right. The purpose of the hearing today is so the commission can hear from the public. Commissioners won't be able to answer your questions about this case because they have to remain impartial until after the evidence is presented at an evidentiary hearing if that is necessary. If you have questions, there's information posted on the commission's website about this specific case, including information about how to submit any questions or comments. So I'm going to call on people listed on the registration list that was provided to me by the parties. When I call your name, please check to make sure that your line is not muted, and we'll all be patient with each other tonight as we figure that out. I'll ask you to affirm that you'll tell the truth, and then I will ask you to state and spell your name. You may also identify whatever water and sewer system that you're on if you're on one of the systems that's part of this case. And then you can make your comments to the commission. After you've made your comments, the commissioners may have some questions to ask you to follow up, and the attorneys present for the parties might also want to ask some follow-up questions. All right, so now we're ready to get started with the actual taking of comments. So the first person that I have on my list here is Mr. Michael Hyams. Do we have Mr. Hyams on the line with us today?
Yes, you do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you've got a pretty good connection. So could you raise your right hand, sir? And
Yes, ma'am.
okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the comments you're about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much, sir. Do you want to state your name and spell it for the record? And then you can let us know if you're on any of the systems at issue.
My name is Michael Hyams, Hyams. I'm one of the partners in Branson Cedars Resort, parent company Tranquility Group LLC. Our address is 769 State Highway 86 in Ridgedale, Missouri.
So I'm
We
going
operate-
to, I'm sorry, I apologize for interrupting. I want to make sure that everyone on the call realizes that we're on a web stream. So please don't share your address unless that's the sort of thing that you typically provide on the internet, okay? And I'm sorry for interrupting you, sir.
No, ma'am, that's not a problem at all. We are in the process of selling our system to Confluence, and if you want me to make my comments now about it, I'm happy to.
Yes, you have the floor, sir. Please proceed.
We have been a developer of this property, which we bought in bankruptcy from the bank back in 2010. For the last 10 years, we've operated the wastewater treatment and water system to the best of our ability. We are builder developers. We are not wastewater treatment and water treatment experts. It is to our benefit and to the benefit of all of our guests and all of the other owners that own cabins out here that a professional company like Confluence takes over. We've done the best we can. We've enjoyed working with the PSC. They have been very easy to work with and have been very patient, bringing us up to speed. But I know more about coliform bacteria and effluent than I hope to ever forget. So for us, it's a benefit for Confluence to take this over. They've been great to work with as well, from Sean Nichols to Jake Freeman to everybody involved. We appear to have picked the right company to buy this, and we have no issues with them at all and are looking forward to, in essence, getting out of the water and sewer business and back to just being developers and builders.
Okay, thank you, sir. Did that complete your comments this evening?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do any of the commissioners have any questions for Mr. Hyams? I'll start with the chairman. And Commissioner Kenny, did you want to ask any questions?
No questions. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
I trust that our commissioners tonight will be assertive if they need to break in and ask some questions. So I'm going to move on to the parties.
Judge, that would work.
Okay, great. So do any of the parties have any questions for Mr. Hyams? Looks like nobody does. So it looks like we are able to proceed now to the second person that I have on the list here. And that person's name is Michelle Torres. And do we have a Ms. Michelle Torres on the line with us tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And I'm going to ask you to speak up a little bit for us. Can you raise your right hand, ma'am?
Okay.
Thank you. That's better. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the comments you're about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you so
I
much.
do.
Could you state your name, please, and spell it for the record, and then you can let us know if you're on any of the systems that are at issue here tonight.
My name is Michelle Torres, Michelle, Torres, Torres. I manage L&J Log Cabins, Ridgedale, LLC. We have over 20 cabins or utility hookups in the Branson Cedars Resort.
Okay, you can go ahead and make your comments to the commission now, ma'am.
I really don't have any comments. I just wanted to make sure that I understood what was going on.
Okay. So if you don't have anything that you wanted to formally say to the commission, then I can move on to the next person. And I guess I'll
Okay,
warn
thank you.
everybody, if you came here tonight just to get information and you don't want to make a comment, you can go ahead and let me know that when I call on you, okay? So the next person I have on the line is Clifford Coogan. Do we have a Mr. Coogan on the line? Okay, I'll try again. I don't see any of the call-in lines that are muted, so this person should be able to speak up if they've called in. Mr. Coogan, are you with us? Okay, I'm going to proceed then to Rod Avery. Do we have a Mr. Rod Avery on the line with us tonight? Okay, I don't see anyone by that name listed. And I also have someone named Mark Taylor. Is there a Mark Taylor who's on the line tonight who wanted to make a comment to the commission?
I am online and I'm just listening in for informational purposes, so I have no comments or questions.
Okay, so you did not want to make any formal comment to the commission tonight, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, that leaves me with one person who registered a little bit later, Debbie Taubert. Ms. Taubert, are you available and wanted to make comments? I actually do see a user on here by Debbie Taubert's name. Ms. Taubert, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Can
Ms.
you hear me?
Taubert, yes, I can. Did you intend to make a formal comment to the commission tonight?
The only comment I would have would be that I am living out at Prairie Heights Water Company, or out at Prairie Heights Subdivision.
Okay, so I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I apologize for interrupting you, but if you want to make a comment, we have to go through the process of getting you sworn in first, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly
Yes.
swear or affirm that the comments you are about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much. And now you can state your full name for the record and spell it. And then you can also identify what system you're on. I think you may have started telling us about that.
Debbie Taubert, Taubert. I live in the Prairie Heights subdivision, and our water company is the Prairie Heights Water Company. We have two separate entities out here, the sewer district and then the water. I just mostly wanted to listen in and get information and see how the two will play out for our subdivision.
Okay, so did you have any comment at all that you wanted to add after having attended the Q&A and listening in today?
I do not believe so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So now that leaves me with two other the two folks that I called on before, Mr. Coogan and Mr. Avery. Have either of those people arrived this evening? Okay, so that leaves some room if there are other folks who have called in who wanted to make a comment tonight. Is there anyone on the line who is hoping to do that? Okay, I'm not hearing from anyone. I'm not seeing any indications that there are additional folks who wanted to make comments this evening. So I think that what we can do is close the comment section as long as no one has any indication there are additional folks who want to make comments. So I will proceed to do that now. Now that we've heard from all of our registrants, would any member of the commission like to make any closing remarks? Mr. Chairman or Commissioner Kenny, go ahead and speak up if you had something to say tonight.
Thank you, Judge. I have no comments. I do appreciate the testimony that we heard from the people who took time for this process. So thank you for that. And thank you for your running the hearing smoothly and for all of us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Commissioner Kenny, did you want to say anything to close up tonight?
No, I have no comments. Appreciate those in attendance. Thank you.
Great. Thank you both for being here tonight. On behalf of the commission, I'd like to thank you for your comments. Please be aware that anyone who was not able to attend tonight can make written comments by contacting the Office of the Public Counsel or by going to the commission's website. I hope the sounds that I'm hearing are people disconnecting and not people joining us a little bit too late, unfortunately. If you have joined us hoping to make comments, you need to speak up right now. I was just closing the hearing. So as I was saying, if you'd like to make written comments, you can contact the Office of the Public Counsel and go to the Commission's website where you'll find additional information about this case. This hearing is now adjourned. Have a good evening, everybody. We are now off the record. Thank you.